was thrilled when Amanda asked me to come help with the decor for her fall entertaining, and wanted to show you how I created the arrangements and the little touches that we did at the photo shoot. So the first thing that I want to show you is our simple arrangement for the buffet. So what I did is take one leaf, cut it, twirl it in my hands, and get it right into my vase. Now, we used another one at the shoot, but I left it there actually for her to enjoy, so I didn't bring it back home with me, but this one will do just fine. The next thing I did was take beautiful orange snapdragons. I love this flower because it just sort of has a whimsical look to it, and it's bright and pretty, lasts a long time. I snipped it, pulled off the leaves, and then I'm going to stick them right into my vase, all right? I'm going to sort of let them flop around a little bit. Then before I put in my Mambo spray roses, I've got one more leaf here, and I'm just going to trim it down and pop through the stem so that it makes this beautiful curl that I can stick into my vase and have on the edge there as just a little something extra. Then I have my roses. So great looking Mambo spray roses, orange, pretty, and they also have some really nice foliage on them. I'm going to save one leaf, whoops, there it goes, which I'll use later in my candles. So let me set that aside. Then what I'll do is just trim up the roses, pulling off any foliage that's going to be below the water line. And you can read about why that's important in our Flower Care 101 posts. All right, and then just tuck these in. As simple as that. And I used a few more flowers for the shoot, but you get the basic idea. So let me set this one aside. Now, for the second look, I use this great pedestal vase that's vintage. My mom found it, I love it, and made a tape grid across the top with my florist tape, which we have in our floral design toolkit if you want to buy some of it, or you can use Scotch tape. That'll work as well. This is just a little bit easier. Then, once I have my tape grid in place, I cut up my greens. Now, I used a bunch of coleus from my front yard, and in all different varieties. Here's one type that I love, and let me show you that I just trim it down, saving also some little bits for what we put on the napkins, a little bit of decor there. It was a nice touch. And separating it into different pieces. So there goes one piece. Here's another piece. And in that same fashion, I broke down all my different stems so that they could go right into my tape grid base. And you can watch some more videos on me breaking down flowers, so if you really want to understand the idea. But basically, from one stem, we can get at least 2 or 3 pieces to fill up the vase. Here's what I'm doing right now. All right, once I get my greenery in there, I've got a beautiful base to stick my focal flowers in. So we use 3 green Trix dianthus. I love this flower. It's very fuzzy and beautiful. And all I did was to take my stem, cut it down, pull off any foliage, and stick it right in there. And I've got a few more pieces here. All right, just 3 stems of this great flower. That was all we needed. Then the last step was to break apart or break down one stem of these beautiful chocolate brown Cymbidium orchids that came to us from Holland. Beautiful, one one large stem that looked like this. I just cut it in a few places, had a little stalk there, each one, and I put it right into the vase. I love breaking down orchid stems in this way because, you know, they're not cheap. You know, one stem can be, you know, over $10 or up to 20 or more. But if you can split it apart and get the most out of it, then you can really make it worthwhile, and just like we did here. So for this last little bit, I'm going to pull off the blossoms that are right near the edge of my stem so that I can get this in there and it can be drinking water. Then I could save these little guys to either place on napkins or even tuck into the arrangement, because I'll tell you, with orchids, they'll last out of water for a long time. It's amazing. We're talking days. And they would look just fine sort of tucked in there. So that is our main dining table arrangement. And let me move it to the side. And the last little thing I want to show you is our leaf treatment on the vase. So I saved my rose leaf, and then I just trimmed it up a teeny bit, curled it inside my votive, and then plopped my candle in there like this, and it just makes a nice little wrap to the candle, and allows you to take this simple clear glass vase or votive holder, white candle, and make something really interesting that looks great on your table for basically nothing. The leaves come with the flowers. So thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or you want to share photos of arrangements you create, please send me an email or post them on Facebook. And thank you so much for watching, and so much to Amanda for inviting me to be a part of her decorating. Thanks.